won the championship. Ferguson, can you blame the man for going out of his line temporarily?
The Main Stand is brought to you and supported by Saltire Energy, the global market leader in specialist drilling equipment rental. And also by Craig International, a truly global company with 10 offices strategically placed around the world. The future of global procurement is right here. We are 20 days away from Aberdeen's first home game of the season. The preparations in Portugal continue, with us now only being a few days away from the season opener in the League Cup. 10 days to be precise. Hello everybody, how you doing? A very warm welcome to Ali Beg ABTV here on YouTube. So this is the Main Stand. This is the magazine show that we like to do on a weekly basis, where we just like to catch up with all things Dons. So tonight, what's vital to the show, for the success of the show, for the show to work, is for you guys to get in touch and tell me your thoughts and your opinions on anything and everything that is coming out of Pittodrie in the last 7 days. Just very quickly, there's a couple of chaps that I need to thank who have signed up to the ABTV membership scheme. So Jim Ross and Alan Jameson, thank you so much guys for contributing to the channel, and please get in touch so that I can speak to you personally. And for those that I've already spoken to before I went into hospital, I will get back in touch and we will arrange to have a one-on-one conversation. So guys, thank you so much for signing up to the membership scheme. It's very much appreciated. So tonight, what have we got coming up? Well, we're going to do all the normal bits and pieces, catch up with what Jimmy Tillene has to say in Portugal. And a little bit later, former Aberdeen winger, and in my opinion, a legend, Jonny Hayes, is here to do his quick fire question and answer session, which I really hope you enjoy. Now, talking about those features, I have now put on the channel Joe Lewis's and Mark Reynolds. So they're both there for your viewing pleasure. They're on the channel as we speak. So guys, please get in touch. Let me know how you're all doing. And yeah, just really looking forward to a decent show tonight. So what I thought we would do is just start with the headlines. Because what I've done is I've basically picked out the pick of the stories from this week. So, Don's legend, Eric Black, has agreed to become a patron of the AFC Community Trust, who this year celebrates its 10th anniversary. He said he was honoured to be invited to be a patron. And the newly laid pitch at Pittodrie is looking quite splendid as the season edges ever closer. My thanks to head groundsman David Nicholson for giving me permission to show these photographs. And doesn't it look absolutely magnificent? And as always, Mr. Nicholson, I tip my hat to you and your staff, because the pitch will look like a bowling green. It really will. Come our first home game of the season, which is not that far away. Can you believe it's only 10 days away from the start of the season? It's just unbelievable. It's exciting. I can't wait. I'm so looking forward to it. A couple of things. Delighted to see Bojan back training. Excuse me. In Portugal. And there's obviously been an obvious absentee, who is Duke, who Jimmy Tillene this week said he was suffering from illness and was going through some medical care. So there we are. So talking about Jimmy Tillene, he spoke this week out in Portugal, and I've just picked a couple of quotes which I find quite interesting. So he said, "It's been a really good start today to our pre-season trip in Portugal. It's good to come together and start to get to know each other better. We have 24 hours more or less every day." Now, hang on, I need to put my bins on. And I think it's really good to get the time so early with the players, the new staff members, etc. From day one, we have to create the identity. Our goal is as quick as possible to arrive at the stage where we will see the players playing. We know it is Aberdeen who are playing. That is the focus of this camp and the compact training sessions. So I don't know if you caught his interview on Red TV this week. Once again, spoke very, very well about the vision, the philosophy, what they were doing in Portugal, and how important it was basically for everybody to just get to know each other and to understand Yimi and his coaching staff's sort of way of training and getting the players to buy into it and all of that. So again, I thought he spoke really well, and it was a really interesting interview. It's going to be so interesting what happens between now and the end of the summer transfer window, because honestly, I'm really looking forward to see the players that he's identified that he wants to come to the football club. So yeah, let's see what happens. Right, so before we get Jonny Hayes on, let's just open it up and say hello to you all. Oh, I see there's a few folk on tonight, which is good. Right, let me take that to the top. Let me pause the video. Okay, Graham Clark has said, good evening, dandies. Hello, Ali. Hope you're well, mate. Thanks for another show and hooking us up with our regular, well-needed Aberdeen fix. Any further developments from the football club stand free. So it's been, to be fair, you know, apart from bits and pieces here and there, it's been fairly quiet in terms of the first team. So not a great deal to report, really. The musical box came on and said, hey, guys. Paul Donaldson says, evening, Ali. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing just fine, Paul. Hope you are too. Sugarland said, evening, folks. Season ticket renewed. Hope over experience re-engaged. Suze is here. Good evening, dandies. Hope you're all well. Mark Robertson says, Mark, you see, you can't be saying that, fella, on this forum. Get out of it, will you? He says, hello. Paul C. Ricky says, hello, all. Neil709 says, evening, dandies. Hope you're getting the rally. I am, mate. Not long until another operation, which will hopefully be my last one. In what now? Where are we? In 20 days' time, 21 days' time. I have my, hopefully, my last operation. Kevin Spence has said, what's happening with Duke? So, as I mentioned at the top of the show, he's not out in Portugal because he's suffering from illness, as Yemi Talene said. So, like, read into it what you want. For me, that's just it's just a PR line. That's what that is. So, we'll see. You never know. You might be suffering from illness. You never know. Paul Donaldson said, just remembered a couple of minutes ago, the Queen of the South tickets are now on sale. There we go. Mark Robertson said, watch them this morning. As in, you watched the team this morning train, Mark. The musical box is asking, what do you think of the Luvrik rumours? So, to be honest with you, I don't pay too much attention to rumours. I'm not a big fan of it because it just sets tongues wagging and folk gossiping, and it's good content for us. It gives us something to talk about, absolutely. But I don't know. I think over the years I just go, meh, I'm not really bothered about rumours. I want to see concrete evidence. Alexander Wallace has said, good evening all, looking forward to the new season. Aren't we all, fella? Baz Strachan has said, evening everyone, hope you're all well as we get closer to the start of the season. DM says, hi Ali, hope you're well. And would McKenna be worth a punt or would wages be a stumble? Look, I would welcome Scott back in a heartbeat, I've got to be honest, but I do think that his wages would 100% be a stumbling block. You know, if the club are trying to renegotiate and convince Bojan Majowski to stay, I think you will find that will be a big chunk in the budget. Because Bojan's worth it for me. He's worth his weight in gold. So, but in terms of Scott, I would love to have him back, but I do think wages will be an issue. Hey, Derek Griffiths is here, said, good evening, Ali and Dandies. Love seeing the short reports from Portugal. What a bonny wee picture of Dante. Talking about Dante, again, I don't know if you caught his interview, but this young man speaks so well, beyond his years, I think. And I got to be honest, having listened to him, I think there's captain material in Dante Palvara. I just think he's got that leadership quality to him, where maybe one day, you know, he could be a vice captain or he could become a captain. I just think he speaks so well, and I just love what he says. It's all very positive and it's all very sort of leadership driven. So it's just a thought. Mark Robertson said, credit to the AFC media admins. Content has been on point this week. It certainly has, Mark. The club are doing great at the moment in terms of the media. It's really good. Fraser Garner said, greetings all. Loving the camaraderie that is coming across through Red TV. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. Yeah, it's really good to see. Really good. Shows that they're all bonding, eh? Sousa said, you know, on that topic, love seeing the team building going on. Mark Robertson also commented on Dante's interview. The kid has something special about him. I completely agree. The musical box talking about the training session that he watched in Portugal. Looks like a lot of speed and quick passing and moving. It's exactly what we want. The last thing we want is to be pedestrian like we were for large chunks of last season. Just doesn't suit us to be pedestrian. Any idea what colours the away strip will be, says Fraser Gunn. So I saw a post online the other day. And again, it's just, I take these things with a pinch of salt, but I have to say it was really smart. It was a black top with gold pinstripes. And I have to say it looked really, really smart. Honestly, I can't wait to see this new away strip. Dearie me. It's going to be almost like a new signing. Neil McDonald said, good evening, Dandies. Looking good, Mr. B. Hope you're on the up. I am, mate. I most definitely am. Scotty Blodgett said, evening all. Great pics and videos from Portugal. Getting excited about the season. I got you, Mark. Okay, mate. Stuart Hepburn said, I still haven't recovered from the last Queen of the South game. Do you know, I watched that game in Singapore. And I'd not long moved to Singapore. And my boss at the time, believe it or not, which was an incredibly kind gesture, he organised a satellite link to be fed of the game into our studio so that I could sit and watch the game in the office. Oh, God. It's one of those games where you just think, how did that happen? One of the worst ever performances. My God. Suze's asked, any word on Vinny? I've not heard anything about Vinny at all. I just hope he's knuckling down, Suze. I really do. Musical Box says, I understand that Duke is in contact with another club and he's talking to them about a transfer. Mike Robertson makes an excellent point about Dante Polvara. The fact that he's sharing with Shinnie makes me think they are grooming him for a leadership position. It's a very good point, Mark. Fraser Garner said, 68 in here tonight, but only 19 likes. Smash that like button. So yeah, guys, if you don't mind, if you're enjoying the show already, please press the old like button. It just helps the show massively. Don't forget to subscribe as well. The subscriptions are building. We're getting so close to, where are we now? I think it's about 3,700. Let me have a quick look. Yeah. So we're not that far away. Right, just let me answer this quickly. My wee boy. There we go. Right, so let's get Jonny Hayes on. So I spoke to Jonny really early this morning, and we did his quick fire question and answer session. So if you're a first time viewer and you've not seen these features before, this is where basically I just put together maybe a dozen just silly little questions about the football club, about his time at the club, and he can answer them as he sees fit. So he can give me one word answers, or he can put a little bit of a story behind the context to the question. So I really, really hope you enjoy it. It was great fun. Here is Jonny Hayes' quickfire question and answer. Hi, Johnny. It's great to see you. Thank you so much for jumping on. Right, let's get started and let's crack on with your quick fire question and answers. First question. First impressions of training when you first arrived at the club.
Oh, to be fair, it was nice not to have to travel so far because up at Inverness, it was about a half an hour bus journey from Inverness Stadium to Fort George where we trained. So although the cricket pitch got a bit of a bad name, I didn't mind just heading over 5 minutes training. But no, it was definitely a bit of intensity under Archie, but having played under Morris and Terry up at Inverness, it was probably quite similar
Okay.
in terms of being quite demanding.
Okay. Who impressed you the most in training?
I always remember the first day James Madison trained. We didn't know who he was, and he came up and he trained up at Count as well. So I remember we done a possession tight area. I think it was like a 4v4v4, little sort of transition rondo sort of thing. I remember halfway through it, as we stopped there a drink, I turned to Derek and said, "Who is this kid?" Like he was unbelievable. Nobody could touch him. Just his awareness, his first touch. It was just as a first impression. I always left a mark on me.
Favorite training drill?
Oh, do you know what? You can't beat a box on a Friday. Bit of fun, day before a game. There's always a bit of banter. Sometimes it gets taken a bit too serious, but I think as a light-hearted way to get boys like a bit of fun before you switch on. So I think you tackle the work before a game, but I think that's always my favourite part of training.
Least favorite training drill?
Um, Set pieces, obviously. Yeah, especially being a smaller one when you're kind of left watching for most of it. But yeah, I think still does drain me a little bit.
Did you have a preferred pair of football boots?
Yes, I remember going back. I think it was about 2014-ish. It was the Nike Hype Venom. Um, they around the time we won the League Cup final. That was around the time. That was a 14-15. Where they changed the model. I think coming up. I remember I seen a picture the other day when we played Rijeka at home and it was wearing a new model. So I'm guessing 2014, 2015, the Nike Hype Venom.
Who was the funniest in the dressing room?
Ooh, Joe Lewis,
Oh,
just
really?
dry banter. Joe Lewis, yeah, he made me laugh. Probably having that. There's plenty of funny guys. Reynolds, Shea at times. To be fair, I'll give him he was funny. But I think overall, Joe Lewis just yeah longevity as well. I suppose.
Who had the best car?
Hmm. Um, Probably the gaffer.
Of
Yeah,
course.
he liked this car. It wasn't really Niall to be fair. I liked his cars, but it wasn't one where a place where people sort of flash with cars.
Who was the snappiest dresser?
Um, oh, a few bad ones, probably a longer list of bad ones. I try and think it was to be fair over when he does try Angus MacDonald quite sharp. Um, he's a bit old now. He's like 30 odd. He wears a tracksuit most days, but when he actually does make an effort, Angus. But I'm trying to think over the years. We had a dress room, and no one was really bothered about that sort of stuff. So yeah, probably Angus. Other than that,
Okay. Who or which was your favourite all-time Aberdeen goal? Which was your favourite?
Hearts away. Tynecastle 1-0. Obviously, tough place to go. It was at a time where I think we needed to win, and scoring a goal that meant it was just before the winter break. So we get a 1-0 win away at Tynecastle. The bit of momentum going into the second half of the season, and yeah, scoring the only goal of the game. Not the most spectacular goal, but just the way we played that night, we defended a bit deeper, we played in transition, and the goal was well worked. Kenny played the ball around the corner to Niall, then Niall's cross was perfect, and I think even the run that I made, Adam realised where I was going and just pulled off, and it just as a visual, it looked quite good as well.
What was the best game you played in?
Um, there's been a few good ones over the years. Hard to get away from. I suppose Tynecastle semi final. That was a good one, but and although I didn't play well, but just the circumstance of the game, Rijeka away, where 20 minutes we took an absolute doing. How Derek pulled us in. I thought it was a water break or an injury. But he kind of gathers in, changed a couple of things, just tweaked it, and showed how good a sports manager he is. Where he changed things ever so slightly, probably not easy to spot from the cameras or stands, but changed the way we defended and the way we played, and we obviously get a goal from a set piece, and we go 3-0 at the time. They were on quite a decent run. So all in all, as a team, probably react that way.
Did you bleach your hair yourself, or did you get it done professionally?
Professionally, I think the first time I might have done it by myself, and it was rubbish. And it happened over the years a few times when I got a bad haircut. And my wife's a hairdresser,
No.
so I remember at least 3-4 times over the course of the last few years where I've had a bad haircut and I've come in at 8-9 o'clock at night and actually begged her to fix it. So I think it happened one time when I bleached it as well. I can't remember where I got it done. I done it myself, but it wasn't the cleanest, so I had to go back and get her to do it. And she obviously understands how much the bleach can affect your hair and ruin your hair. And yeah, I was a bit of a pest of her, unfortunately.
2 more questions to go. If you could turn back the clock and change any result from your time at Aberdeen,
Motherwell away.
Which one?
Motherwell away, 2015-16 season, down at Fair Park, lost 2-1. We were winning 1-0. Celtic had beat Kilmarnock in the 93rd, 94th minute. Tom Rogic scored, and as we were going out to warm up, it was 0-0, and we knew the gap would get closer and put ourselves in the right chance because we played them not long after that, and we kind of dealt a double blow where Celtic won 1-0 late on, and we went out 1-0 up, and then we conceded 2 goals, lost 2-1. So yeah, 100% that. I know there's cup finals, etc. Semi-finals that people think I'm mad for the Scottish Cup final. I'm not changing that, but just the significance of that result, how we kind of had it in our hands and threw it away with a wee bit in the league. That will always be on.
Good answer. Okay, your final question. And please try and put your allegiances to one side. It's the most important question you'll ever face, Johnny. Bad Boys Inc. or Boyzone?
I tell you what, put my allegiance aside. If you had said Westlake, I might have been tougher, but I'll go Bad Boys Inc.
Yes, my boy! That'll do for me. Johnny, it's been absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for coming on, mate.
No problem, Matty. Anytime, mate.
All right, fella. Speak to you soon.
Speak to you soon. Take care.
Ta-da. So just a gentle reminder, if you're enjoying tonight's show and you haven't already subscribed, please press that old subscribe button. It would mean the world as we get so close to 3,700 subscribers. You see, all the best guys pick Bad Boys Inc. They obviously all recognise talent when they see it, right? And those who haven't chose Bad Boys Inc. obviously have no clue about musical industry legends. Obviously. Somebody said to me today on YouTube that I should do a league table of those who have said Bad Boys Inc. So which really made me howl with laughter. So I'm going to have to go back and have a little look. But I'm telling you, I would say 80% of those who I have spoken to and I've asked the question have all said Bad Boys Inc., including God himself. Need I say more? Right, let's get back to you. Right, where are we? The musical box says Bad Dancers Inc. Hey you behave yourself. We work tirelessly to nail those dance routines. Go and have a look on YouTube. There's a couple of performances on there. Honestly, you'll love it. You'll love it. And it will change your mind, fella. It really will. Right. Alexander Wallace said, like the look of training sessions, eager to see the first team formation and trying to get what Yemi Talene is all about. Baz Strachan asked an interesting question. Baz, I've got to be honest, I don't remember this. But he said, wasn't Dante the one who got the captain at half time under Warnock? I think you could be right, mate. I think you could be right, yeah. Sugarlander said, sit right back and charge your glasses. Jonny Hayes is on the screen reminiscing on his time with the Dandy Dons of Aberdeen. I'll get my coat. David Gold said, joining late tonight. No worries, fella. Watch back later. Musical Box said, he came back and he said, this is me behaving. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, Alexander Wallace. It was you, wasn't it? Brilliant. So it was Alex that said I should have a look at the league table. Yeah, you're absolutely right. David Gold says, yes, Dante was made captain by Neil Warnock at half time. Right, how long have we done? Oh, we've done 25 minutes. Okay. Right, guys, so I'm going to call it a night because I wanted to do roughly 25 minutes to half an hour this evening. So once again, thank you for coming on. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to press the old like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to help us on the channel build it, there's the membership scheme there available as well. And a perk of being a member is that you get to watch the videos that I conduct with the ex-players exclusively ahead of when it actually goes on air. So you get first watch of it. I've spoken to the college today about bringing the reporter on. So the update is that we're still very much working on it, but the people that we had earmarked for the position have now moved on from the college. So what we're basically going to be doing at the beginning of August is looking at all the new students that come in, have a meeting with them, and see if anybody would be interested in coming on board. So we've kind of got to start the process again, but the college are still very, very keen to do it, as am I. And that will obviously help the channel massively going forward. It will just take us to a new level. So just keep an eye on that, because I know I've been talking about it for a wee while, but we're almost there. Right, guys, so listen, have a fantastic rest of the week, and I will see you again next week for another edition of The Main Stand. And then, believe it or not, we get into it. It's just unbelievable. Start of the season, and we get straight back into it. So enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye for now. Stand free.